representatives, heads of the various government and non-government institutions that are with us today, my dear colleagues, I wish you a very warm welcome, and I wish to express my deep satisfaction that so many of you could make it here to Bishoftu for our workshop. Thank you very much for coming. The reason why we came here is because biosphere reserves, as you know, they have worldwide, they have become very popular as they constitute a new thinking, you can even say a new paradigm. Unlike the old, if you excuse me to say, conventional conservation approach of isolating natural resources from human beings to protect them, the biosphere reserves are looking for ways of actually uniting them, of actually finding ways of harmonizing the need of local people to earn a living, to have a good livelihood, and the need, on the other hand, of our natural environment to be protected and maintained. This makes them very unique, and they worldwide, as you know, there are many, many examples and models of biosphere reserves. I'm from Germany, even in Germany we have a lot of them, and they have become very, very popular. But they are also facing a lot of challenges, not only here in Ethiopia, also worldwide. Issues of mandates, of government institutions to be responsible, issues of really harmonizing these different interests that sometimes collide is not easy. But we believe it is a very interesting, a very important task to further investigate how such a model, such a conservation approach could be beneficial, especially also in the context of Ethiopia. Because as you know, we are facing many problems. People need to earn a living. We have more and more people that are depending on our natural resources. And as you look at the current situations of our parks and protected areas, they are also under increased pressure from people living in the surrounding areas. So there's a really a more and more urgent need to find ways of actually harmonizing this. And because of this also, in the context of the biodiversity and forestry program, and also with the very strong support of local NGOs such as Population Health and Environment, Ethiopia Coffee and Forest Forum, MELCA, you know maybe some of them, NABU, the German NGO involved in conservation. Because of these sort of developments, biosphere reserves have been supported now for a number of years. We have 5 biosphere reserves currently. We have Kafa Biosphere Reserve, Lake Tana, Sheka, Yayu, and just recently Majang. So you see already it's a growing development. And some of you who were present in the last meeting where we discussed a little bit the potential analysis done by the Zukunft Foundation, a German research foundation, who was here in 2015 and who looked a little bit into where maybe future biosphere reserves would make sense. There was a strong recommendation to say maybe even some of our national parks could become part of biosphere reserves. Part of biosphere reserves. Not to be converted, but to be integrated into biosphere reserves, so that especially for the people in the surrounding areas we have maybe more options to support them. So in this sort of context now, we as a consulting group are supporting the Sheka and Yayu biosphere reserves. And for the Sheka biosphere reserve, there is a management plan already for a couple of years, which was done already some time ago with the strong involvement also of the government authorities and the NGOs in the area. But for Yayu, unfortunately, we didn't have a management plan for quite some time. And there was a strong feeling that it would be very important to have it, because we need to guide the different sector offices and also the local people in how best to manage this area. As you know, the challenge of a biosphere reserve, unlike a national park or so, is that so many different institutions and authorities are to be involved. and have to share responsibility. That makes it also so challenging, but that gives also a lot of opportunities. So this is why we as a consulting group, together with Population Health and Environment and with a local consulting group, Motion Consulting Training Limited, we supported the development of a management plan for the Yayu Biosphere Reserve. And this management plan is available now in its second draft version. This is the version that we distributed to you. I hope everybody got it. If you have not got it yet, I think we have a few copies still for you available. And the reason why we are so happy that you are here with us is that we would like to get a little bit more inputs again from the government side, because there was a very strong community involvement in the planning process, which we liked a lot, which is very important. But we also believe that it would be very good, once again, to give the different government offices, sectors, authorities, the chance to also contribute, to make recommendations, how they believe what we should consider in terms of management. And even as I know some of you could not make it here, some government offices that are also important were not able to come. It's always a problem to find the right day. Let me just tell you that in addition to your inputs on this workshop, we would still like to give you another 2 weeks or so if you have further comments on those plans, on that plan draft. That is still possible to give us these comments so that we can integrate them. But for today and for tomorrow, we would very much like your contribution, your ideas, also your concerns, your comments, what you believe should happen in the Yayu area.